I'm standing here in one of my favorite places in all of Richmond. I come here often to reflect and spend time out of my day. And I hope by the end of this post it'll make sense as to why I chose this particular spot. But it was Wednesday, the last Wednesday of the life of Christ. Just a few days before he would give his life on the cross. And Simon, one of the lepers that Jesus healed, actually invited Jesus and his disciples over for a meal. And so here it is in the middle of the week, in the middle of his last week on this earth, and Jesus took time out to hang out with Simon and his friends. I imagine they spent time laughing and enjoying a good meal together. And then it happened. A woman shows up and crosses all cultural barriers and all social barriers, missing every social party cue, and goes to Jesus and takes out a very precious and very expensive perfume and begins to pour it out onto Jesus. The disciples were indignant. They rebuked the woman and said, "How dare you? How wasteful. You take this such expensive perfume to pour it out on Jesus." But listen to the words that Matthew records that Jesus said in Matthew 26. Jesus said this, "She has poured this perfume on me to prepare my body for burial." The woman poured out this perfume and the room froze. And as everyone else rebuked her, Jesus picked her up and honored her. See, Jesus knew that just in a few days he would be dying on the cross for you and for me. And so he looked at this burial preparation as an act of worship. In the middle of this party and in the middle of Simon's great intentions, Jesus gives us our Wednesday lesson. That he, believe it or not, Jesus wants you to spend time with him. Now, even more remarkable than that is that Jesus, in the midst of everything that was happening, in his last few days on this earth, he wanted to spend time with Simon and his friends. So the lesson isn't just that Jesus wants you to spend time with him. The lesson is that Jesus, in spite of caring for the entire world, Jesus, despite having to think about all of the crisis happening at every corner of the universe, Jesus wants to spend time with you. So this Wednesday, take a moment out of your time and go and find a quiet place. Maybe it'll be a place like this at the river, or in the woods, or in your house, or in a special room, or in a special restaurant. But take a moment and spend some time with Jesus today. He wants to spend time with you. Maybe you're new to spending time with Jesus and the idea of praying is very foreign to you, but prayer is just a conversation. And the more you spend time talking with a friend, you know how that goes. The more you feel comfortable sharing what's really going on inside your head and what you're really feeling. I hope that you'll take a moment out of your time and live in the moment today with Jesus.